Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Priscilla, and I'm going to make a video in response to somebody who asked me to make a video about money. My friend Ariel, who's actually from my university that I used to go to, she asked me to make a video about my thoughts on money, and I thought this would be really interesting because I've had a huge shift in the way I see money in the past year or so. I'll share one experience. So I have other videos about manifestation. I've had amazing, incredible experiences with abundance in the last few years. But aside from that, I'll share a little bit about my cognitions about money and what changed, because I feel like, there's a huge misconception in the world that there's like some dichotomy between spirituality and spiritual people, or religion and religious people, and money. Like even spiritual healers, things like this, is like when they charge for their services, people are like, why would they charge? It's a spiritual gift. Like, why would they be charging money? But yet you don't question a doctor who does healing. See, I find it so ridiculous because somebody's giving you their time and their life, yet you feel like you're not allowed to pay them because it's spiritual. Like, where did that ever come into play? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why is it that somebody can't do spiritual work and conscious work that's actually good for the world, and get paid for it? Like, I don't think that there should be this separation. It's ridiculous. It's like we have some dual thinking, which really just shows that we think all other jobs and professions or whatever are not good for the world, not beneficial, but whatever is good for people and is beneficial is not allowed to make money. So there's this huge separation between some ideas we have about money being the root of all evil, some pretentious thing, a thing of greed, something that spiritual people should separate themselves from. This is so innately wrong, because it doesn't need to be this way. Whether you choose to have money or not, or go down a path that has money, is your individual choice. But I'm saying the cognition that money is innately wrong and that we shouldn't have it as a spiritual being is false. We can live in full, fruitful abundance, and actually I'll tell you one reason why we actually should utilize money in our life. This was a huge click I had. So I was reading a book by Sri Aurobindo about the Divine Mother. He talks about the 4 aspects of the Divine Feminine, which are in Hinduism. And it's Lakshmi, Saraswati, Maheshwari, and Kali are the 4 main personalities of the Divine Mother, the Divine Feminine, okay? And in the Lakshmi part of the book, Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth, abundance. And in that part of the book, he talks about how it's actually our duty as spiritual individuals, as conscious beings, to move the flow of money in a conscious direction. And I thought this was so interesting, because what does this mean? 1, money is not a thing. It is not just a matter. It is a space. It is actually just a flow. And once you see money as this way, I think it helps you drop a lot of negative cognitions about money. And also, these are the same cognitions that actually push money out of your life. So if you find like you struggle with money a lot, it's because you have innate things ingrained in your head that money is going to make you a bad person, that money is going to make you somehow corrupt. We have these drilled in our head growing up. We may have had some experience with some rich person that was negative, so therefore we start manifesting anti-wealth in our life because we think we'll become that way. It doesn't need to be this way, because money is actually a space. It is just an energy flow. It's actually just an energy current, right? It's showing where intention, where consciousness lies on earth. So when money is being spent to build sky rises for banks or to fast food chains, it shows where human consciousness is. It shows what you care about. It shows that human beings are centered on what? Money, making more money, but only for the matter of making money, right? And these capitalist ideas, and then food, greed, whatever these things are, right? Junk food, like all these things, oil, cars, owning all these things, right? Whatever our money's going towards, school, education. But money doesn't have to be channeled that way. We can actually change that channel and that flow and turn it around in a positive direction through giving money to things that inspire us, that make us feel good, that make us heal, that heal the planet, that heal the world, that raise consciousness. So it's actually our duty, if we're deciding that we're going to live in the world, I'm saying. If you want to go down a separate path, go to the Himalayas and be a monk, it's all you. But if you're living in the world as a spiritual person, as a conscious being, as somebody who wants to better the planet, it actually is your duty, it's your dharma to channel that money, that conscious energy, to raising consciousness. Meaning, instead of buying a pair of Ugg boots, which I know slaughter sheep and torture them, I'm gonna buy a pair of eco-friendly pineapple leather shoes, whatever it may be. I'm gonna invest in cruelty-free alternatives when I buy makeup. I'm gonna eat vegetarian because I know it helps save energy, save water, and save animal lives. Like, all these things are conscious decisions that help channel money in a positive direction for human consciousness and the evolution of the entire planet. So as Sri Aurobindo is saying in his book, is money is actually our way, it's our responsibility to take back wealth, to take back money for the consciousness of the planet. As conscious beings, we have the responsibility in our hands, the ball is in our court, to raise consciousness, because we all know there are forces out there that are trying to do the exact opposite. And it's not a conspiracy theory or anything. There are plenty of individuals and organizations out there trying to keep consciousness at a standstill or lower it, because they're the ones that have all these riches and they don't want to lose it. That's all. It makes sense. I get why they're doing it, but they're keeping consciousness stuck. They're allowing violence to continue. They're allowing destruction of the environment to continue because of their individual benefit. So it's in our hands to take back this wealth, to own money as a beautiful thing. Let's change the cognition that money doesn't have to be some anti-spiritual thing, that it can be actually a force for good, that we can invest in nonprofits, that we can invest in corporations that are green and cruelty-free. We have so much freedom to make and change money and transform it to be something we love and we want to use. So that's just kind of my take on money and the clicks that I had in the last few years in my spirituality. So thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will get back to you guys personally. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your love and shares. Nityanandam.